What's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Mark answering your questions today. Today, this is our second time the questions have come from Reddit. So if you asked a question on Reddit, this may be one of yours. So Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Today was my second full day here at Camp Bakes at the beautiful Strike Zone Sunset Station here in Henderson, Nevada. Had a great group, had a good second day, so I'm feeling good.
Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and jump right into these then. The first question, what's the best way to work on reducing ball speed?
The best way to do that is to move up on the approach. The reason why I say that, if you try to throw it slower from where you naturally start on the approach, what's going to happen is you're going to decelerate on your downswing and your ball won't have any power. So you want to keep that timing there, that relationship between your foot speed and your swing. So start moving up in increments of 3 inches. Every 3 inches. Every 3 inches should be about a quarter to a half mile. So you should be able to, if you really want to work on your speed control and drop it a whole mile, that might be a whole foot on the approach. Every 3 inches, about a quarter mile an hour. I'd keep working on moving it 3 inches at a time. That way your timing doesn't get affected or your balance, so everything slows down together.
Question number 2. What are the most important areas to focus on as a new bowler?
The new bowler, having great balance. That's the thing I see with people, the new bowlers. I know you're enamored with want to see it hook and you want to put a move on it, make it curve. If you can work on your balance and rolling it over a target. You're not throwing a ball. You throw a baseball, you roll a bowling ball. So work on your balance, don't try to get down too low. Work on your balance, really rolling it over your target so you don't fall off, having a nice follow through and having it roll off your hand. Work on your balance, hit a target, you can get the power later.
I know that people always try to go out of order, so that's going to help a lot of people at home. Number 3, if I'm drifting consistently, is it okay if during my approach I'm stepping pretty far left like Belmo does, or is that bad practice?
It's very good if you're a two-hander. If you're a one-hander and you drift as far as Jason, that's a lot. So as far as drift goes, as long as you drift the same amount and you can hit your target, then I find no problem. Anybody that drifts more than 7 left as a one-hander or 5 right as a one-hander, I try to work on that. My left-handers, my two-handers, if they drift more than about 15 left, I find that to be a problem. 15 is about the edge. I think most two-handers drift about 10 left, so I have no problem with that. And one-handers drift anywhere between 3 and 7 left and about 2 and 5 right. Those are my parameters. After those numbers get too wide, then I start working on that.
Number 4, I have a kind of weird question that's been cooking for too long in my head. Is the end game for bowling to disrupt your opponent's line while taking care of defending your strike line? This feels like the next level of gameplay after you understand transition.
You know, I hear all kinds of stuff about that. When I bowled on tour, we didn't have the best 4 out of 7 matches. We just bowled match play. I was never ever worried about anybody else but myself. I just did my thing and I adjusted to what was out there. I'm not sure I'd ever focus very much on that. I'm more of a John Wooden fan. When asked if he was going to, what was he going to do when he played Pete Maravich, he said, "Son, you're asking the question backwards. What's Pete Maravich going to do when he plays UCLA?" I always worried about me. I did my job as best I could. When I was on, I didn't care what the other guy did. I made him follow me. So I've never really gotten into that too much. Like I said, I never bowled on tour the best 4 out of 7. I know there's some gamesmanship out there, and some of those guys are really good at it. Yeah, you Norm Duke. Probably the best that ever lived at it. But I never dealt with that, so I was always just worry about me, and I'd never worry about the other guy.
Perfect, and shout out to Pete Maravich, the original Pistol Pete.
That's it.
That's right,
I got that in there, baby.
I drew a Pistol Pete Maravich basketball card this year out of a brand new pack. I was like, wow, just this week.
There you go, I love it.
Number 5, what's the best way to combat second shift league oil when every ball type seems to burn out in the front and roll out?
Then you're gonna have to go to much cleaner balls or some of the lower end balls. One of the new Hustles is really good at that. So you wanna get balls that get through the front. I get it, the lane, they're burned up. You're probably gonna have to move farther left than you're used to find some type of oil. Then you're gonna have to go to balls cleaner, maybe a hybrid or a pearl, something that'll get the ball through the front part of the lane. Probably add a little axis rotation to get your angles a little more open.
Number 6, I got a lesson from a coach for the two-handed swing, and he said to imagine using a snow shovel on the downswing and to finish with a handshake. Is that a good reference to imagine what the feeling should be like on the downswing?
You know, every coach has their style. I'm not going to say that coach is right and I'm wrong or how that goes. I've never heard of that analogy. It would take me a while to do it. I think of it when I coach two-handers, it's more of a swing set. So when you tilt, you push the ball out, you come back and your head tilts and it goes up, you get your legs underneath you and it goes forward. I see it more of a swing set, how a swing set functions, because you're very limited how high your backswing can be because your second hand is on the ball. I don't think two-handers rotate their hands quite that much. I guess if a handshake doesn't go past that's pretty good. They tend to be more in this zone right here. They don't tend to get around it too much. So more like that. I guess if you get to a handshake, I would never go farther than my thumb facing the ceiling. But as far as the snow shovel into the lane, I'm not sure about that. I've never tried that, so I can't make a statement on that. I see it as a swing set and everything coming out of your legs, throwing your hands forward. Or you can go to the markbakerbowling.com, click on the Games Change video series, scroll down, I have a two-handed instructional video with Mr. Jason Belmonte and Mr. Anthony Simonson, and we show you how they create their unbelievably great games. And that'd be another way of trying to help you as a two-hander.
Yeah, guys, and if you haven't seen that yet, Belmo and Simo, I mean, there's not much better people to show you, so all that combined, you'll take a lot out of that. So definitely check it out. Number 7, at what point within your backswing to release do you want to start applying rotation force to the ball?
I always add the rotation at the end of your toe when you're finishing your release. So your ball's back here, I would never think about it there. There's a release window from about 2 inches from the toe to about 3 inches in front of it. You want to turn the ball as late as you possibly can. I would never turn the ball early. Always turn it when it goes past your toe and add the rotation as late as you can.
Number 8, for people who are not rev dominant, how would you play using a stronger ball?
Well, if you're not rev dominant, that means you're probably speed dominant. So the stronger ball, excellent idea. You're always going to get a chance if you're speed dominant, like at the end of my career in league. I got to play farther right than just about everybody in the league because I was only really good at throwing it hard. As I got older, my wrist got weaker. My rev rate came down quite a bit from my heyday in the 80s. So I took advantage of being speed dominant. I threw stronger balls, and I tend to play right of everybody and take advantage of the free hook, and that's kind of how I made it, and I became a very good league bowler, and I was much more speed dominant, where earlier in my career, I was rev dominant. So a stronger ball, move right, take advantage of your speed. I'm a big guy, 6'3", 280, so it's very easy for me to throw it hard. Instead of me fighting my size, I took advantage of my size, stronger balls, farther right, and I threw missiles, and it worked out okay.
And finally, number 9, is Mark ever coming back to Minnesota? I like getting lessons from him.
I do plan on coming back next spring. I've always got to come to Minnesota a couple times. Last year I had the video come out. This year I had some family issues come up. Somebody in my family got sick. I couldn't make it out. I'll definitely be back at Bogart's Entertainment Center. I'll try to come out next March or April in 2026. I look forward to coming back. Al and everybody out there, say hello. I love coming to Bogart's. They treated me great. I definitely plan on coming back.
Perfect. Well, as always, thank you guys for your questions, and feel free to keep sending them in. These are from Reddit, but you can also ask any comment section in our video. I go through them and look personally, so I'll pull them out. Mark, as always, you got anything to plug? Maybe something from the East Coast in the future, maybe?
You know, right now everything's going really well. Got lessons coming up at the training center out at the Westpac. I got 2 more days here to finish up my camp in Henderson, Nevada. The next camp will be sometime in October, probably early October. I'll actually get the dates on my website. It cost us $1,400 plus the room. So everything's going really well. And I do enjoy your questioning, people. I love that all the new bowlers that are coming into bowling, you're finding it all through social media and YouTube, and you're finding all these outlets to get better. Keep working on your game, keep practicing, keep reading all that, finding all the stuff you can to get better, and I'll keep answering your questions and we'll grow this sport.
Perfect. As always, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Clean up crew. What you gonna do is the clean up crew. Come on through to the clean up crew. Throw them balls, I hope you do with the clean up crew. The clean up crew.
What's up, crew? It's Rich TV here, and if you or a brand that you may know are interested in sponsoring any of our videos on this channel, make sure you reach out to us, cleanupcrewbowling@gmail.com. We would love to have you. We have some spots open, and we want to continue to grow this game of bowling that we all love. So if that's you or a brand that you know, feel free to reach out to us. We do have sponsorship slots available. It can be per video, it can be a package. We're open to it. So just reach out, and see you guys soon. Until next time, shout out to the crew.